Hi everyone, let's talk about import script. Import script is a complex screen which has a lot of functionality. Let me start from the top left. So the first button we have data target option. This allows us to change connection for data target, so we can load data via DBC, BDE, we can load data SQL Server, etc. Very important point I want to make that if you working with multiple databases, as long as you keep the fields order the same and the field names the same, you can easily switch from one connection type to another without doing remapping. This is very important and useful, I hope. We have transformation types. Transformation can be all records, which is the fastest options. All new records, all new and update old records, update records and delete records. When at all records selected, depending on the database, bulk import is used. This is why it is the fastest option. For the rest of them, custom SQL statements are executed and it takes time to do that. For example, if you want to add new records, first of all we need to check that the record does not exist. So it will be select count from table, and if you have a million record, that means that you have to run a select count million times and then to run insert million times, and that's very time consuming operation. So it works very well when you load in small amount of data, but if you want to load massive amount of records, the better option is just to insert them into separate table and later use SQL script to update it. We also have ability to create custom insert statements or update or delete. This is rather advanced stuff and not a lot of users are actually using it. Error handling. Again, it's most of it self-explanatory. So, for example, if primary key is violated, we can abort import, and we can also write records to rejected records files, etc. And we have also some options to define a rejected records format. So next button is notes. So we can write some notes about our import script. After that we have open button, save to the file, save as to the file, save to the repository, refresh fields list, check script, for example mapping is missing or something, data preview. It's a very handy tool which allows us to test the data or see how it will look like once it is loaded into the database. Then we have clear mapping option. Once it is down, you just use it to clear mapping. Let's map it again. Then we have run. Then we have some buttons dedicated to version control. Obviously we don't want to lose anything. When you save your mapping, new version control is created for you automatically. That allows you to easily recover to previous version. For example, so you just select revert, version number and click cancel. You can also add new version manually by using check-in. Next option makes import script read-only. We recommend using these options once you finish working with all your import scripts. It prevents it from further changes. Then we have schedule for execution button, and we have view execution log. But since this import script was never executed from the package or schedule or agent, the execution log is empty. Okay, below that we have a number of tabs. So the first one is obviously list of fields. We can use this gaped for mapping using various options. Or we can use mapping panel. And we can also set update key if it is what we want. Or it basically for loading new data it is just sort of useless, but for updating and loading only new data it's very useful. Then I have SQL, which we can run before running the import and after running the import. Let's have the actual template, the transformation block. You can sort the data, you can do some search. Like this. And we also have rejected records tab, and rejected records file is empty, so therefore we can't see anything. Let's go back. So below that we have source toolbar. So we just click on data source options. Again, we have a lot of various data source types supported, and if you load in data from Excel and then you decide to load from same data from CSV, provided that the field order is the same and the field names are the same, you don't have to do any remapping, it will just work. We also have data rigging instructions, which can be very useful when you're working with very large source data set and you just want to load the sample. In case of files, data can be loaded from multiple files, and we can use the mask, and we can also search in subdirectories. After that we have refresh load, refresh data button, add new column, autumn update is very useful, we have separate video for it. Filter. Filter is a rather primitive way of filtering the data. We recommend using it with like text files or Excel files. Basically what you can do, you can write a very basic expression which is similar to why statement to filter the data. The documentation has some examples. Then we have open file directory. This is like a shortcut because we don't want to open browser or Explorer, then find the file, double click on the file and see it. You just press this button and it will do it for you. We also have a number of pop-up menus which can be very useful. You can say set if all error to reject. Very handy for very large tables. Then we have generate table creation script. Basically it will create very basic table creation script which you can amend later and copy it into clipboard. And we have auto format grid, set number of fields, and then we have set first line as the field names. It's actually not entirely correct because we can use any line as the field names. Again, it saves time for very wide files or data sources. I hope you found this tutorial useful. If you have any questions or suggestions, please post them on our support forum. We're always happy to help you. Thank you for watching. Please like and subscribe.